my opinion on it was that at the end of the day, there does need to be a time and a place for trans people to be, if they identify as a female, they should be allowed to compete against other females. But the other females need to know, the females there need to knowingly know what the person went through, what hormones. It's just like you go into the Olympics and people do drug testing, right? So at the end of the day, I think that everyone should be able to have a conversation and knowingly know who they're competing against. Because at the end of the day, it's, what other place are they going to go to?
How about they start a separate league for transgender people? How about, do you know how hard it was for biological females to start their own leagues? How long do you think the WNBA has been around? How long have people been paying attention to women's soccer? They haven't been paying attention to women's soccer until the U.S. national women's team started winning back in probably 98, 99, 2000, whenever that's when female soccer even took on. Yeah. Now there's a female MLS type thing. Yeah. Women have you barely know about female tennis. You know a couple. You know Sharapova because she's hot and she's good. You know about the Williams sisters because they're dominant and amazing. But even them, the best Serena Williams can't beat the 100th or 200th ranked best dude. And no, she'll admit it. She openly admits it. That's not a controversial statement, Charles. That's legitimate.
I'll tell you now, I think it
and
is.
So what I'm saying is, that's my whole point is there's just a biological difference in it. So as hard as women, biological females, if you will, or in vitro females, whatever the correct scientific words you want to use. I'm going to use biological because it's easier at the moment. Biological females have fought extremely freaking hard to get their sports even out there, to even be allowed to play anything. And then now all of a sudden you have these biological males who are transgender, whatever. That's fine, but physically, scientifically, biologically, they're just naturally more gifted and advanced than a female. They just are. So you have to protect those female sports that have worked so fucking hard to get there. And so what you do is the transgender community now, look, you're getting started late in the game. You got started way back here. Men's sports started way ahead of you.
But
female sports started way ahead of you. Now you're way back on the starting blocks back here. But now you're getting out there. The spotlight's getting out there. People are educated now. We understand. So now we need to start developing, just like how females started, intramural. We're going to start an intramural transgender. We'll get 6 or 7 local high schools, get all their transgender people, and create one league.
But what
or
if
one
I
team.
want? But what if I want to compete?
Then you can play
as a woman. If let's just say the Olympics decide to say, let's have a roundtable discussion about how do we integrate
male and female? What?
Well, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a discussion for the top athletes. It's not for you and I.
Yes, there's no. Because a female right now, if you were one of the best if you were one of the best baseball pitchers in the world, Seraphine, you could throw a consistent 100-mile-an-hour fastball with a sick, nasty curveball. You could play in Major League Baseball. There's no exemption. There's not like, oh, you're a female and you can't play. You can play. We don't exempt females from playing with men.
So then why does
we exempt males playing with females?
So, but here's my thing is that why is it so important? I'm trying to understand. Is it because you're just saying, hey, it's unfair for someone who has an edge to be against another athlete
it's
as
not
an
even
edge?
It's not even that it's slightly unfair. It's such a gigantic. It's so unbalanced. There'll be no such thing as quote unquote biological female sports anymore. It'll be taken out every single record, every single league.
So you really think like there should just be a separate transgender sports? Okay.
100%.
But then here's my question.
Hold on.
But then here's my question.
Caveat.
Now here's the question is that if I am
you're transgender,
male transitioning to female and female transitioning to male, are you going to be the person who's like, well, what teams are you on?
If you are a male transitioning to female, you can play male sports. If you're born a male but you identify as a female,
That sounds.
You can play football, you
to
can play
me,
baseball with the men.
isn't-
Hey, thanks for watching this 5-minute clip of the podcast. If you would like to enjoy the full version, you can only catch that on patreon.com/Neandertalk podcast. And you can do it for as little as $1 a month, and that'll get you all the video versions of the podcast. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you watching this.